I'm back. It's been a while. um, so, gosh, there's been a lot going on. I don't even know where to begin. I don't even know where I left off. Um, it's just, it hasn't been bad. It's just been a lot. So, it's actually Christmas Eve, and I wanted to do one for like Thanksgiving, and I just, things kind of got busy and everything. So let's see. Work has been crazy. It's just like COVID. It's just, I don't know if anybody else feels this way, but I've so, I feel like COVID should be like a curse word at this point. I feel like in 2021, I feel like if someone says COVID, it should be bleeped. So they got beep. Oh yeah, I heard that so-and-so had beep. I hate beep. So, I don't know. It's just... It's like everywhere you look, it's like COVID. It's like, wear your mask. It's just, I hate like going in places and you already like, you're up to the door and you realize I left a mask in the car. And it's just like, ugh. And at some point you're almost like, I don't even care. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to go in the store. And then you're just like, no, and then you're just like, I'm just going to leave the store. I don't care about it anymore. So there's that. So yeah, we're still in that phase. I feel like we're gonna probably be quarantined soon. So again, going back to the shutdown, that kind of gives me a little bit of anxiety because I had to fill up my cat. I just feel like I don't know what it's gonna be like. You know what I mean? I remember like the process of going through COVID. In quarantine and just like all the, well, if you watched any of the videos prior when I was going into quarantine, it's just, it was just a lot. And so it's just like when you think about going back and it's like, don't let me go back in there. Do not put me back in that box. Do not put me back there. And I know it's a necessary evil, but it's just like, man, and I don't know, like as a teacher, you're just kind of like on edge all the time because nobody tells you who has it. It's all like HIPAA, but I do feel like we need to know if somebody in our class has it or if somebody in the school that we may not have been around has it. I think that's the part that makes you feel like, so it's just like, it's stuff like that. And just the pressure of teaching in person and teaching at home, like in person and kids at home at the same time, and it's all the expectations, and you're not getting paid anymore. You're cleaning up after them, like, you know what I mean? It's just like, what other profession would have you clean the desk or clean up after, folks or whatever? You know what I'm saying? In order to keep them safe. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just a lot. And again, we're not getting paid more for it. But there's so many things to talk about. But I really just want to talk about, it's Christmas Eve. And I remember how I felt like a year ago this time. And it's a huge, huge difference. I can't even tell you, like, I'm in my own house, with my Christmas tree, and, it's just, like, I don't even know, like, I can't even, like, begin to voice and put into words, like, how grateful I feel, and how happy I am, because it's been a long road. Like, I like the job I was in, I hated, and granted, like, I don't like the situation I'm in with teaching, but I do like the job. I like the place, I like the people, and it's not stressful driving, to work and everything. And so that's another thing. And just like I said, like not being in my parents' basement, and you know, my kids have their own rooms, and we just did the whole like Twist Night before Christmas, and their dad has them this week, but it's my year to have them for Christmas, and so that's different too, because last year was horrible. It was just depressing. And then I hear that their dad like try to put like on Facebook, he's just like, yeah, we had to celebrate Christmas today, you know, like wish things were different, and you know, and I'm like, and he's like doing this pity party about how he had to celebrate Christmas today, when he really didn't have to, because I'm bringing them back tomorrow, you know what I mean, tomorrow afternoon or whatever, because the paperwork, you know, we're not along with that, but it's still like, he still gets them on Christmas Day. So like when he dropped them off, like we were exchanging them, I'm like, well, I'll call you to find out when you're home, because I'm bringing them back. And he was like, oh, you are? And I'm like stop playing the like that whole like I'm just like I'm like this single dad, and like I just had this ex-wife who's just like keeping my kids from me and blah blah blah. Like that is not the case. Like he plays this role, like his face looks all crazy, his hair is wild, his beard. So he looked homeless, and then it's like I know it's like it's all an act and a ruse, you know what I mean, to like play up the emotions of these sad women out there that have no idea what he's really like. And if they want to know, they can come ask me, because it's all a ruse, and like to make me out to be like the wicked witch of the ex-wife club or whatever. I just, oh my god, it just, he drives me crazy. So, but we actually are good, at a good place. Even though he gets on my last nerve, we get along for the most part. It's little things that, like, you know, me with him irks me. Santa keeps falling out there. But it's not like it was when we were together, that's for sure. So I'll take this, what we have going on, any day. And so, you know, I got my girls their Christmas, and let me tell you how I even spent money on their Christmas. So I got to like be in a focus group about like a cooking show, because I love baking shows or whatever. And so like you got to watch this show. It's a new one that's gonna come out. I can't talk about the name, but whatever. And you talk with a group of people, like what you thought was good or bad they need to work on and stuff like that. And you get like $150 in like gift cards to wherever you want. Like they had like different stores and stuff, and I chose Amazon because I'm always on there. So all of their Christmas gifts came from that $150, because you know Amazon has like so many deals. So their toys came from there. So I got them like back before like Thanksgiving. And then so I got my dude his Christmas gift of like, he got a pair of shoes, these Nikes Air Maxes or whatever. Like he kind of got all these little hits that's what he wanted, but they weren't so subtle. But there was like trying to find like the ones that he wanted. Like I don't know like if they're ones he wanted, like as far as colors go, but I thought they were hot. My brother found them, and so because he used to work at Hibbett's, so they're like white and red and black, and they're beautiful looking and cool. And then I got him like, and I was gonna get him some cologne, and I did get him some Versace cologne, but I thought about we went to Michael Kors outlet, and he kept looking at this watch, and I was like, oh, I forgot he's into watches. So I couldn't find that purple watch that he wanted, but there was a black band with a red face that is to die for, and they had a sale on Amazon for the Michael Kors watches. Scooped that up, so it's a dual package deal, like gift. So he's gonna have the shoes to match the watch, the watch to match the shoes. So he's excited because he's never had like to anybody to go out and buy him something because his ex didn't work. So she pretty much used his own money to buy gifts for him. So he bought his own gifts pretty much. Like, what is the fun? What is the fun in that? Like, really? And so he said, this is like the first time that he didn't have to tell somebody what he wanted because she never knew what he like wanted apparently. And I was like, you've been with this person for how many years? You can't like just people like, this is a thing. People make priorities of things that they want to. You know what I'm saying? If you really wanted to get him something, or you wanted to, if you really wanted to get him something or whatever that he liked, you would have paid attention. Like, you know a person after a while and you know what they like. It's just whether or not you take the time out or pay attention enough to care. That's what I say. It's the caring. It's like, do you just go out and just buy gifts to buy them for somebody because, oh, I gotta get something, I feel obligated? Or do you feel like you really, like, you paid attention to what they said? Like, you listen to what, if the person says they like something a million times, there's a clue. Like, if you're just having a conversation, like, oh, you know what, I always wanted that, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You're in a store and they keep pausing at the same thing. You take mental notes of these things, you know what I mean? And you just go, okay, maybe on their birthday I'll get that for them. Or I might, you know, I'm thinking of them, I have some extra money. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's thoughtful things. And I love when people do that for me. And so when I do that for a person, of course I want them to do that for me too. Because that's my love language. And it's like, I finally met somebody who we have the same love language, as we both like gifts. Because my ex was not a gift person at all. Like, he was just like so whack, man. Like, I was like, oh man, I remember I got him some Beats by Dre, and they were so, like, when they were real expensive, and I found like a good deal for him. And it's like, he just, like, you know, you're more excited about it than a person. And I just remember, like, I wanted to see like his face to be like, oh my god, I can't believe you got this. And it was just like, he opens a gift and he's like, oh, you got these? And he was like, they're really expensive or whatever, you didn't have to do that. And I was like, but I did, you know. And it was just like, it was like he was underwhelmed. It was like underwhelming, like, you know what I mean? I don't even know. It was just like disheartening. It's like, I don't want to ever buy this guy a gift ever again, you know what I mean? Like, I know, like, he used to buy my gifts like the day before. This guy, he already like had my gifts in mind, like back like around Thanksgiving. I had 3 gifts, by the way. I don't know what they are. I can't wait to tell y'all what they are. But he showed me the boxes of them. So, I was going to show y'all, but if I move this camera, it's not going to go back to where I want it to be. But what I did was, I wrapped his watch, and it's like in a box this big. But I put it in a box like this big. So he has 2 boxes that are about the same, and the one with the watch in it is bigger than the shoe box. And so, because he's like, do you ever put your kids' gifts, like they're like super small gifts, in like a big box or whatever? And I'm like, no, I wouldn't torture my kids to, you know, with that. But I was like, I'm gonna do it to you though, buddy. So yeah, like I like where things are with my life. All I want for Christmas is to spend time with my kids and my man, and like, I cooked a duck for the first time. My ex used to make it all the time, but I never made it for me, so I was like stoked about that. I wanted to try a mirror glaze cake because I was watching Greatest Bake Off or whatever, British Bake Off or whatever, and I kept seeing them do that. I was like, I'm gonna try it, and it took forever. It took forever because you have to keep putting the cakes in the refrigerator and the freezer, because you don't want, you know, it has to be smooth on, like, when you put the mirror glaze on there, and it's like a whole thing. And I took it another step by adding like strawberry compote or whatever to go in between the layers. And I cut like the tops off, and they're like kind of lopsided. this cake looks crazy, but I'm proud of it because I tried it and I did it. So, because you have to put gelatin in there. It's like a whole thing. It's a whole, so many steps. So, did the duck, did the mirror glaze chocolate cake, did an apple cake from scratch, mind you, except for the crust. And then mashed potatoes myself. And, you know, I'll probably make some broccoli tomorrow to go with it. And it's just like, it took me all day. And so I can say that it's going to be a good Christmas. I'm just so, like, I'm smiling. Like, I played Mariah Carey Christmas. I played Celine Dion's, like, Boyz II Men. Like, it's just, I'm at a good place. I'm really happy. And, like, and it really feels good to be here. And so I can't wait to tell y'all what I got for Christmas and show you. And hope everybody has a good Christmas. Talk to you later. Peace.